What is poppin' people? You got J Bear here, bringing you all BBR Season 9 week number 5 going up against Diet Tight. Last week, spoiler in 3, 2, 1, we unfortunately lost our perfect season to Ant in the Rev Room, but we look to bounce back here, go to 4-1. That would be absolutely huge. But taking on this week, we got Jason. He's a very good coach, and so it'll be a little bit challenging for us. But I think we've got the good team, and I think we can pull through. So before we get into it, I'd just ask that you leave a like and subscribe if you're new, or if you're just enjoying the content. And not a lot of my watch time comes from subscribers. I'd love to have you on board. But I guess I should also give my shout outs now. In the mock department, Chef, Klies, Nim, Pokely. You guys have been my boys. Thank you so much for all of the help this week. Especially thank you to Klies for helping me get the initial team structure nailed down, and then Pokely for helping me refine that thing. It was a bit of a struggle in my first couple of mocks, but I'm happy that we got it refined. But yeah, just looking at the matchup, I can let you guys know why it was a bit of a struggle. It's because I was trying to force Squawkability to work, and I just had to get it out of my head. No, Squawkability does not work. I was mocking Pokely. I was a Hustle, Choice Scarf, Squawkability, and I did not hit a single Brave Bird. I clicked it like 10 times. So yeah, that Pokemon is dog. But looking at Jason's team, for the first time in a bit, he actually does have good Primarina counterplay in Galarian Slowking. And his fastest mon is Darkrai, which is a bit of a pain, but not the worst thing in the world. Obviously, you know, like we got Slitherwing to first impression, so it's probably going to be some, you know, whack set with like Protect or a Bugberry. So we can work around that. We see Quackleval, pretty scary Pokemon. If you get out of position, it can obviously steamroll. We've got Primarina to hopefully slow it down. Salamence with Tera, pretty scary. He could be a bunch of different things. He could be Ghost, could be Flying, could be Fairy, could be Water. That's what I saw in my mocks. I lean towards Flying, but it really could be anything. He's got Klefki, could be annoying with like a Screens Gambit that I would not enjoy facing too much. Screens are always a pain in the ass to work around, so could be annoying. Also very annoying for my Latios. Sinistra could be pretty annoying here. I think like a Colbur Berry set with like Calm Mind could potentially struggle to break it in the late game. Mamoswine's super duper scary, especially to those initial builds that I brought and why I needed to refine them. His ground type, so it's the Jolteon counterplay theoretically, which makes things potentially difficult for my Jolteon. The Dunsparce exists. It just gets kind of beaten by a lot of my Pokemon or slowed down by the rest. And then Galvantula for potential webs I don't think comes into Great Tusk Cinderace. And now on my side with my Tusk, that was my actually my initial look was at Jolteon to see, is this a week where Jolteon could come? Thought about Terra Steel with like Thunderbolt, Terra Blast Steel, looked pretty good, but not quite getting through Slowking fast enough. Not quite getting through Sinistra fast enough, so could be a bit of a risky gambit. So I ultimately settled back on to Great Tusk, and the Tera Dark knockoff button is really, really solid. His knockoff resists are Quackleval, which will get smoked afterwards by a close combat, Klefki, which will get smoked afterwards by an Earthquake or a close combat, Sinistra, Sinistra, which I think is going to be Colbur Berry to potentially slow that set down. Darkrai's a knock resist, gets close combated, and also he should not be Focus Blast Darkrai in this week unless he really does think that Great Tusk is going to be a Tera Dark set. Otherwise, there's no reason to be Focus Blast, which is great, and I'm going to try to play that to my advantage. And then Cinderace I thought looked pretty good. Latios, everyone was telling me was good, but I just didn't see it between Slowking, Klefki always being revenged by Darkrai. If I need to drop a Draco, Salamence can start setting up, so did not want to bring Latios, despite other people telling me how good it was. If I wanted to, it would have been Scarf. Prim, I think, is important here for Quackleval and potentially Salamence as well. Rachi, I've got an interesting set, shout out Klies, to help, help me out with the Salamence. Overquill, I had a bunch of different ideas for, but I really like the offensive Overquill look that we're going to show here. And then Slitherwing is my savior against Mamoswine, and spreading Will-O-Wisps is super nice. Actually, looking at this team, though, you'll see we start off with Overquill. It is a Lumberry set. Originally, I was Covert Cloak for Sinistra Machagacha, but Lumberry has additional utility for Slowking, Thunder Wave, and other such, like potentially a Darkrai Hypnosis as well. And then getting the Swords Dance off, +2 Liquidation KOs most Mamoswines. Gunk Shot plus Crunch shreds a lot of the rest of the team. And there's just Klefki to work around, but I can get through Klefki. Team does pressure Klefki quite well. Jirachi, Trick, Rocks, Ironhead, Thunderwave with a lagging tail. Put that tail on the Ments, and then hopefully go to town is the hope. Ironhead things down later, especially if they have a lagging tail. Thunderwave if the trick goes into something else, and Rocks are pretty nice here. Prim, flip turn Moonblast, Encore Surf with a helmet, just come in on Quack, flip turn out, Encore if it wants to get greedy, or if like Ments comes in on me, so I can slow that thing down. And then yeah, Tusk, EQ, Knock, Rapid Spin, Close Combat. Spin in case of like he could bring some spike sets with like Klefki and stuff, so I wanted to be able to spin away. Knock is my primary option, and then EQ, Close Combat. Slither, U-turn, Close Combat, Morning Sun, Wisp. I thought about Close Combat versus Low Kick, but I wanted a button that could really get through Klefki. Wisp, spread some status. Morning Sun, to stay healthy, and we're very physically defensive. We'll come in on Mamoswine and really be able to chew that thing up, get some momentum out. And potentially spread Wisp, so like he's kind of pinned to go into Glow King, and if he does go into Glow King, then like we U-turn into Tusk and we're in a great spot. And then last we've got Cinderace, Pyroball, Gunk Shot, Low Kick, Will-O-Wisp. Gunk Shot's just covering kind of various Tera types, or just like Salamence, really my best button for Salamence, and you know with Libero we are able to take advantage of that. Will-O-Wisp to eventually slow down Salamence from setting up in the later game. And then Low Kick for Mamoswine in case it is the fact. So yeah, and Darkrai as well, potentially. And just an 100% accurate move so we don't have to worry about missing. But yeah, this is the team. I will see you guys in the battle. Alrighty, and we are in the battle. It was a bit of a fiasco because of daylight savings, but it all worked out. So, okay, I think that's like the 6 that I was pretty much feeling confident about, maybe save for Klefki, but that's actually really nice for me that I don't gotta contend with screens and spikes. So the lead's been Prim, covers a lot, especially like Quack and Mamo. On those leads I can just flip turn, usually he goes G-King and I get into Tusk and can click a fat Dark Knock. So he is Water Ments, and that's fine by me. Makes things a little easier for my Jirachi typically. He's like probably gonna have water plus ground coverage. Makes things pretty good for Slitherwing as well. If he was like Ghost or Flying, my Slitherwing gets really much more annoyed. And he could be dual wing beat, but if he's not, we're pretty good. Okay. Feeling a little nervous, but trying to calm the nerves. Need to not be on a losing streak. That would not be very enjoyable. Lead of Sinistcha. That's okay. I can just go into my Overquill and possibly just bink a Swords Dance into Lick and kill the Mamo. That'd be cool. See what exactly he wants to go for, whether it be like an early Trick Room, maybe maybe just a Matcha Gotcha. He Calm Minds. Okay. I am going to Swords Dance. If he attacks, he attacks. I could also Rock Crunch, but I like the Swords Dance play. Okay, he stays in. Is he gonna like status? I've got Lumberry if he's like statusing me. He saps. That's okay. I can Swords Dance again. You just drop my attack. That's really fine by me. And if he goes like hard Mamo here, +3 kills Mamo for sure. Realistically, I'll kill like anything on this team. We're not like fully attack invested. We got a decent bit of Spadef for something like this and the Darkrai, but go Mamo, please go Mamo. Darkrai, okay. I thought that was Dr. Fauci for a second. I was like, huh? Jason? What are we doing now here? But, alright, let's hit a Gunk. If he's Hypno, we can wake right up with a Lumberry if he hits. He's Willow. We got Lum. Okay. Huge shout out to Clyze. That was like literally the last change on this build was Lum. Overquill probably went through the most iterations, but we just gotta hit a Gunk. We do. Okay, huge. Dr. Fauci is now dead. Okay. Feeling pretty good. Nothing really kills me in one. So we've got the big fish in town. No keys makes this even better. We're +3. Mence outspeeds probably takes us down to +2, but Gunk, pretty good into that thing too. If he goes Mammo, maybe he's Scarf. If he's Scarf Mammo, that's fine by me. I don't really think Scarf. Genie is the Mence, right? He's intiming me. Do I just want to crunch this thing? I'm just gonna crunch. Like, if he EQs, he EQs. Gunk probably raw Okos, but I don't want to risk a miss at this point. He does Tera Water. Also Tusk should live 1. So, don't want to let any, like, setup shenanigans happen. He could just be special Tera Water with, like, Hydro Pump, and that could be annoying. Oh, we're faster? Okay, he's, like, really fat. Defense drop is pretty nice. He's Helmet, really fat. Okay. Dragon Tail. Okay, that's fine. So now he's, like, not a very scary Mence, so the Jirachis become super expendable. Give me, like, Tusk. That's fine. We're even faster on the on this than we are on the Overquill, so I'm just gonna go for a Tera Dark Knock. You're at -1 defense. If we take Helmet, that's okay. Okay, so we take the Mence. Cool. So we take Mence. Especially because you're at -1 defense. The Tera Dark Knock. Huge. Okay. So we're up 6-4. We're in a really good spot. We're, his best, like, real scary threat, like, that's like a setup threat, is gone other than the Quack. And, you know, that thing can obviously get pretty scary, but we still have our Prim at full. We still have, the dude, what's it called? Slither. Should he, like... Okay, Donald Duck. Do I just pop a raw CC, put it in, like, range where it's, like, jailed by Prim? I think I can still just go Prim once. Because after a couple of helmets, it'll be jailed by Prim, and I can, like, encore it if it's, like, a bulk upset. I just, you know, play safe around this Quack, and then hopefully try to capitalize. He just steps. Okay. Yeah. I'm just going to Moonblast. Like, yes, it's probably, like, taking the game very slowly, but I am in a point where it's fine to just attack what's in front of me. That's, you know, the scariest thing in the world. I just don't want to let that thing snowball. No attack drop, but that's okay by me. If he just is, like, chilly into Mammo, is that okay if I go into my Quill? Or would I rather go into my Tusk? I think Quill. I think I go into Quill. I also could have gone into Jirachi. That's the third option. But... okay, we got Quill. He just Sludge Bombs. Perfect. That was a crit. I have the option to either crunch or SD. If I just crunch, this thing becomes super low and super revengeable. But if I, like, SD into liquidate the Mammo, that's really good. If he attacks, he attacks. Okay, perfect. We're doing this. We're doing this. Tantor, is that Mammo? Okay, cool. So either you're Scarf Mammo, maybe this is Shard range, but that's fine, honestly. I think it's definitely Shard range, but we'll get, like, item info. And if not, we're just getting to liquidate. He shards. Okay. Oh, we live. Goated. Goated Overquill. He lives too, but that's fine. I will hold on to this thing. I will just go into my Slitherwing, and then I can U-turn, try to stay ahead of the game. Because this gives me momentum into, like, Tusk. So... yeah. Yeah, this just gives me momentum into Tusk, which is exactly where I want to be. He just rocks us up, that's fine. So now, Overquill's dead unless we spin, but the spin is actually probably pretty nice here to do. We got boots on this, we got boots on Cinder. Yeah, I'm just going to go into my Tusker. And at this point, like, I could just Rapid Spin Raw, right? And if he CCs, that's fine. I really don't think that you CC when Prim is so easily available at this point, and we might just be able to try to take the game. Is that stupid? Is just CCing Raw my better play? I think I can spin once. Yeah, now you're in CC range, it looks like. If you do just Raw Close Combat, that's fine. He Sword Stance is fantastic. This is where we want it to be. We just couldn't afford to let stupid shit happen. And now, Close Combat. Worst case, he's in helmet range. Yeah. At worst, he's in helmet range. No, he's just gone. Fantastic. Now we just knock till we die. Right? I think so. If he's like Colbert Chaw, maybe shit gets annoying, but we can, you know, we have the Overquill after that doesn't die to rocks. And it'll be super low. If it saps, it saps. We can figure it out. Alright. Yes, this thing does get super annoying, but if it's if it saps, it saps. If it doesn't, if this kills, fantastic. No Colbert. I think this just dies. No, it's very physically defensive. And it was Covert Cloak. Interesting. Machagach. We should live this with the little bit of Spadef we have. Yes. Okay, but he also will live. So, I want to, like, trick this thing to Lagging Tail and just be able to be, like, done with it. Try to flinch it down. I think that's the play. Or just, yeah, keep it lower so that Overquill can finish it off. We kept it alive for a reason, after all. Strengths out. Cool. Alright, then we can just do Trick Ironhead shenanigans, right? Yeah. Pop a Trick. Okay, he Calm Minds. Now you have a Lagging Tail. Fantastic. Also another item to knock off to keep it low, which I think is super baller. Okay. We can also Encore it with Prim now. But yeah, I'm just gonna do my Jirachi thing, right? Oh, that does nothing. Never mind. I'm not doing the Jirachi thing. Okay. I'm just gonna go Prim and Encore you. And then, like, figure it out from there. If you Machagach, you Machagach into Jirachi. Machagach into the Jirachi. It's the Primby account. Shadow Ball. Cool. Just gonna Encore this. Play it nice and slow. Then I can, like, Moonblast it and then knock it with Tusk. Yeah. It's just get out of the end game, right? Like, I will Moonblast it at this point. Again, we also always just have outs with Jirachi, but I just want chip. Cool. He switches, that's fine. Definitely have resources to be able to, like, throw at this thing to beat it. It's just, it might take a bit. It might be a slow burn, but that's okay. Oh, that's a torrent boost. I was like, why did that do so much? I'm just gonna go Cinder. It doesn't really help at this point in the game. Sludge, that's fine. I can just Pyro. Like, it is what it is. Gonna be a slow burn. That's okay. I think we've accepted it. Oh, fantastic. Foul play. That is pretty foul. Yeah, I just Pyro. I miss. That's okay. Cool. Yeah. No 6-0. Oh well. This is why we held on to this Overquill. It's got to come out of the Sinister Exchange without it being at full health. And if we do that, we are golden. Cool. I think I just crunch it once and then I can... Yeah. Do I just Sword Stand? I think I crunch once, right? Yeah, do half. And then you sap. Okay. Cool. Let's just not lose to this thing. I don't think we will, but I think we have so many resources left to throw at it. I'm just going to Sword Stance. If you sap, you sap. He does matcha. Okay. Cool. I'm just going to Moonblast you with Prim and then knock you with Tusk. Throw away our diff, but that's fine. Yeah, because I just Moonblast with Prim if you set up by Encore. Yeah. Okay. I think this is a pin. Throw away the diff, but we held on to so much for so long that it's okay. Cool. Matcha. Miss. Okay. Alright, Prim. Hit your Moonblast, baby. I guess not hit, but like kill with this. Looks like a roll. Fantastic. We win 4-0. Good game to Jason. Yeah, that felt pretty sweet. That went really, really well, actually. Early game Overquill did just what we needed it to do. Held on to the pieces for just long enough. Take a nice 4-0 win. Good game to Jason. Move to 4-1. Just need one more probably to lock up playoffs. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. I think we play D-Ray next week. That'll be a fun one. But yeah, I enjoyed this battle very much. And thank you all for watching. Peace.